Dr. David Klee has over 30 years' experience as both a teacher of the flute and as a professional musician. He has performed in all kinds of musical organizations, ranging from classical orchestras to heading his own jazz group, the Jazz Express. With these Pro Minute video series, Dr. Klee will share some of his secrets with you on how to become a better flutist. Hello, my name is Dr. David Klee, and welcome to another Pro Minute video. Today we're going to take a look at the Rondo finale by Haydn Pop, found in the Soloist Folio for flute. So if we look at it now, if you look at the tempo, it's marked presto. Presto means fast, but we're not, depending upon your age and your experience, that's a relative term, and you can definitely play it slower. A lot of my middle school students I've had over the years, they would just go, ya da 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 dee da 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 da, and that would be more than adequate. If you're more advanced, ya da 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 da. But again, it's relative to your experience. I've judged solo ensemble for 40 plus years, and it's much better to play a little bit slower but play much cleaner than to play it faster and play it sloppy. I promise you, from a judge's perspective. So anyway, here we are. So it starts out, now the first measure is staccato, and what I like to do with that, I like to make it where it's separated but not too short. Ta, 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 ta. I play it like that. When a young student, a lot of times they want to put a TUT and go da, 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 da. And it really chokes off the air. They go or they do all kind of things. So you want to open your teeth. You want to make sure ta, ta, and let the air stop. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, I'll demonstrate again. Now, measure 2, obviously you got a 5-note slur there. Now then the last note of that measure is a staccato note. So what I like to do is put a little space around the staccato note. So what I do with that G natural right before it, I make that a lut. Ta la 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 la, ta la 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 la, ta. I play it like that. Ta la 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 la, ta, and it puts plenty of space around that. It makes that staccato note exciting. And then measure 3, it's just, you wiggle one finger basically. Now, one of the secrets, this would be going back to my other educational videos on how to hold your flute right and how to use your fingers. So many students do not hold their flute properly in the right hand, and right there on measure 3, it really shows up. So I'll see if I can remember. I'll put a link in and for you to watch that on the proper way to hold your flute. Okay, now measure 4, ta la 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 la, that's just like measure 2. Alrighty. Now measure 5, then we have two staccato notes and we slur. So ta 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 la 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 ta 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 la 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 ta 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 la 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 ta la. So if I try to play it. Okay, now the big thing there on those 8 measures, if you look at the very beginning of the song, what's the dynamic marking? It's marked piano. If you go to measure 5, what is it? Forte, loud. So at the beginning, you want to make sure again that you have your teeth spread, at least a little pinky's width. A lot of young students, when they play something soft, their teeth come together because there's less air in their mouth, and then they have problems playing softly. It comes out fuzzy, or the tone cracks, or something like that. Now, if I open my teeth a lot at that beginning, I can play so soft and clean. Ta, 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 ta. Alrighty? So that'll take you through the first 8 measures, and it repeats. Now, when you get to measure 9, what do we have for our dynamic marking? Piano again. Yes, it's piano. So it is piano. And we have 2 staccato notes. So if you open your teeth, support from your diaphragm, alrighty? So what am I doing there? Okay, so I have my teeth open, I support from the diaphragm, and that enables me to play very soft. Ta, ta, ta. Now, measures 10 and 12, there's no staccato marking over those notes, so you want to hold them full value. Ta, 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 ta. And then at 13 and 14, we have low notes. So what you want to do here, you want to make sure you're using your low embouchure, low range embouchure, which basically your lips are pulled back, your teeth are open, and your embouchure blowhole is very oblong. And then if you do that, see how much of a buzz and an edge I can get? A lot of young flutists tend to use their middle upper embouchure in the low range, and it sounds like this. They play it like this. And you're changing the blow angle out of your mouth and everything. So what you want in that low range is pull your lips back, pull the corners back, open your teeth. Watch what I'm going to demonstrate. Watch what happens if I do an upper range embouchure and then I slowly change to the lower range embouchure. That's amazing. And what else it also does, because in the low range of the flute, it's usually flat, right? Particularly young flutist. So what happens, if I pull the embouchure back like that, I can actually hear the pitch rise. I'll demonstrate again. Big difference. And if you have a tuner in front of you, that could be as much as 50 cents on a tuner, from being very flat to being in tune. So anyway, 13 and 14, I have my teeth open, my embouchure lips pulled back. Okay, now, 15, 16, 17, and 18, there's a general rule I use where I scan those measures and then I go, can I use my thumb B flat? The reason why, anytime you can avoid your fork B flat, which is 1 and 1, anytime you can avoid that, it's cleaner and easier. So now, what I'm using there is my thumb B flat, and my thumb B flat is my thumb. So what happens then, if you look at measure 15 and 16, it's just B flat G, B flat G, B flat A, G, B dot dot dot, like that. I never have to move my right hand. So all of a sudden, that makes it easier, it makes it cleaner, and it's just a win-win scenario. So now I'm going to play 15, 16, 17, 18. And all of a sudden, it's so much cleaner. It's so much cleaner. Okay, so if we get to 19 and 20, 21, 22, we have a lot of staccato notes until measure 22, which is full value. So what's happening here, 19, 20, 21, 22, I'm definitely changing down to my lower embouchure, and my lips are pulling back, my teeth is opening. Alrighty, so that's how that goes. Now, you got to repeat. That would go back to measure 9, and it's marked soft again. So we go, 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 we get to 19, and it's loud again. Okay, now we're finally at 23, and at 23, there's a forzando. SF is a forzando. Forzando means you're going to hit it a little bit like an accent, then come down. And that would make sense. Da da dee da 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 da. You know, just a little bit of an accent on those. So I'll do a little bit of that. Alrighty? And so that'll take you through there. Okay, a couple things. I think we're good. We are good. Don't forget, 24, you've got a G sharp. What is a G sharp? It's an A flat. Okay, 27, you've got a D sharp. What is a D sharp? An E flat. And then measure 28, you've got two different sharps. You have a D sharp, which is an E flat, and an F sharp, which is a G flat. So you want to make sure you can get those. Okay? So 29, you just have that F sharp. Make sure. Now, when you have an accidental in a major, remember, accidentals are good for the rest of the measure. So on measure 29, you have that 16th note F sharp. Well, the last note of the major will also be an F sharp because of that previous accidental. Alrighty, now we get to 31, and then stylistically it's changed a little bit. So, what do we do here? Well, we actually have a couple of ways to do this. I'll just play a little bit. Okay, so what am I doing there? Well, what I'm doing there is at 31, you got a dotted quarter, eighth, and you go to that eighth, and we go on. So I try not to clip that eighth and F eighth note in measure 32. So I'm tonguing that second F in 32, but I'm not denying the full value of the first F. Now when we get to 33, what is going to happen then? You're looking for a breath. Well, an easy way to take a breath, if you look at the downbeat of 34. The downbeat of 34, there's an E, eighth note tied to that half note. What you do, you just don't play that E. That's your breath. So, da, breath, da, 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 D. You just do that. So like, you just do it like that. Alrighty? So now, 35, 36, you could do the same thing. So, you got a quarter note at 35, the E, tied into that eighth note in 36. What you could do again, if you need to take a breath, don't play that eighth note. That's your breath. I just take a breath on the downbeat. Da, da, breath. Da, da, da. Alrighty? So now, that would repeat back to 23. You do all the same thing. And then, it comes down, you'll take the second ending, 37, and then what does it say? Da capo el fine. Okay? What that means is you're going to go back to the beginning. But if you also look at measures 36 and 37, the first and second ending, there's a word underneath the staff, it says diminish. That means you're also going to get soft. The reason why, they want you to get prepared when you go back to 23. Okay, so measure 37, you put the capo back to the beginning. Now, traditionally, whenever you decouple back to the beginning and you have repeats, traditionally, you do not take the repeats. I mean, this is long enough. So you would start at the beginning, play it, that first 8 measures, do not take the repeat, go to measure 9, keep going, all the way to measure 22. Now you see there's a word there, it says fine. Fine means finish. That's where you finish the song. And typically, since that's the finish of the song, measures 21, 22, what I would do with the pianos, we would slow that down a little bit. So if I go back to 19, 20, 21, 22, I would do it like this. I would play it like that. So alrighty. So try to remember some of these tips as you work on it. And I think you'll have a lot of fun with this. And it's a lot of fun to play. But the biggest thing is stylistically how to get ta, 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 la, 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 ta, la, 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 ta, la, 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 ta, la, 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 ta. Get that style going. And then remember, like at 9, ta, 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 diaphragm, open the T. When you get to measure 15, use your thumb B flat, open your T, and then it's easy. And that will really help to pop out for you. And I think that'll cover everything else we worked on. So I'm going to wish you the best on this. And as you play these for various solo and ensemble gigs, feel free to email me and let me know how you did. I'm always curious. And I always wish you the best on this. So until the next time, this is Dr. David Klee, and I wish you the best, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.